Hello everybody, nice to be popping back on here again, giving you some tips today. Today I'm going to be talking about cleansing and how we can cleanse the body. Just like my other post that I had the last time, which was all about nourish and how we can nourish the body with all the lovely nutrients and everything in our diets. Today I'm going to be talking about two particular organs that can help us with detoxification, and that would be the liver and the gut. So to start off, I'm going to speak about the liver. And I'm going to get a diagram up here to get a bit of an idea to help you understand as we talk our way through it. Most chemicals and most products, or most toxins coming into the body, should I say, whether that's through our medication, through pesticides, food additives and alcohol or drugs maybe, they all have to go through the liver to be broken down into water-soluble metabolites for the body to be able to excrete them. So in order to do that, it goes through two different phases in the liver. Now the first phase, as I said, it's about switching that fat-soluble toxin into a water-soluble. And to be able to do that, we have to provide the body with the nutrients that it needs to support these steps and these stages. So for the first phase, for example, the liver really relies on vitamin B, and we can get lots of vitamin B into our diet to help this process by adding things like brown rice. We could have poultry in there, nice quality red meat, all our cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, all the lovely green vegetables. We can also think about things like citrus fruits and avocado. And by getting them into the diet every day, we can really help the liver to push these metabolites out through the system. We have 5 different kind of recycle bins, if you like, in the liver, and all of these different toxins fall down through one of these bins to be escorted out of the body. So yeah, really paying attention to your lovely cruciferous vegetables, especially, also your cabbages and your leeks, sulfur things like garlic, onions, really will help the liver along to get rid of these toxins. The liver also deals with all our old hormones that the body's already used, so our estrogen. So we want to make sure that estrogen's been shuffled down through the right recycled bin. Something that can help us with detoxification of our estrogens is something called broccoli sprouts. Now, making your own broccoli sprouts at home is really, really simple. All you need is something like a jar like this, just a sprouting jar, and a packet of broccoli sprouting seeds. And the reason this is really important is because broccoli sprouts, they are full of something called sulforaphane. And sulforaphane really helps to stimulate the phase 2 cycle of the liver. So by simply adding a handful of these seeds into the jar, and then all you would do is just add some water into this jar and give it lid back on, give it a good shake around, and then you would set the jar simply on the side and allow the water to filter through. And every day you would maybe just rinse that water out once or twice, again giving it a good shake, tilting it back onto the side, letting the water drain, giving it the occasional shake just to separate the seeds from each other. And after about 3 days, you have some lovely sprouting broccoli. And you can then put the whole jar like this into your fridge and, get this on top of salads, add it into your soups, on top of stir fries. Get them in as much as possible, because these tiny little sprouts are just little bombs of nutrients, and that will really help that process and speeding up the detoxification of the estrogen. That's one thing that we really want to try and get out of the body, because recirculating estrogen in the body can cause quite a lot of damage, but it can also give us the real menstrual PMS type symptoms, headaches, breast pain, skin problems, many other things. So we just really want to get that estrogen out as much as possible. Now that brings me on to the gut and the gut microbiome. There's a particular bacterial species in the gut microbiome that deals with detoxification of estrogen. And now as estrogen is leaving the body, and once we've finished with it and we're getting rid of it because we've used everything that we need, the body kind of packages that estrogen up to protect it, to take it down through the gut microbiome or down through the gut on its way to the liver to be excreted. But for whatever reason, sometimes if the gut microbiome is kind of out of balance, or we are finding that we are having a sort of a overpopulation of bad bacteria, then this particular species of microbiome, they can produce an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase. And beta-glucuronidase can actually unpackage that estrogen and let it become unbound, and then it's free to recirculate back into the body again. So this is my tips for the gut microbiome. This is why I really talk about all the time about fermented foods, because fermented foods can provide so much nourishment for our gut microbiome and really help with our detoxification and our cleansing process. All this lovely fibrous material or prebiotic food for the gut microbiome to feed off of. The gut microbiome actually produce vitamin B and vitamin K, as well as other things, to really provide the body with the nutrients that it needs, one for the liver, but also for our metabolism, our energy, towards fertility issues, towards mental health and stress management. So it's really, really important to get these types of foods in there to support that. Also, again, the fibre, it's another way to really clean out the colon, really get that circulation of toxins going, and really to help excrete that from the body. Another thing as well is just the microbiome is really helping to support the immune system, and the immune system is sitting right behind, that thin layer, that epithelial layer in the gut. So again, stimulating the microbiome, really encouraging the detoxification processes can really help with many symptoms. Can help to also reduce possible headaches, inflammations, and many other things. Another thing we need to talk about to flush out the body is lots of fluid, enough fluid every day. Plenty water in there. If it's not water, herbal teas. There's nothing wrong with having a coffee, 1 or 2 a day, but before lunchtime preferably. But the rest of the time, really try and flush out the body, cleaning the body out, increasing your water intake. What's really nice as well is a couple of mugs of hot water first thing in the morning, maybe with a bit of lemon juice in there, just to get the stimulation of the liver going, waking up the body and getting this whole peristalsis movement action happening to clean out everything from the day before. So I really hope that that's given you a couple of tips of how to cleanse the body and get things going, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future about other different tips, how you can support the body. I just feel that the more knowledge you have and the more tools that you can use to increase your well-being is just a fabulous thing. So I will see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.